Guys, it's Martin here, and today I'm going to do a 1 hour practice. So I just watched all these yesterday. So today I want to shadowing this. All this explained in 25 minutes. Best Greek mythology documentary. Yeah, great, great. It's a country.
2,800 years
2,800 years
ago, a
ago,
blind poet known
2,800 years ago, a blind poet
as Homer
known as Homer
produced two
would produce
epic
two
works.
epic works.
The Iliad would
The Iliad
tell the
would tell
tale of
the
the
tale of the
Trojan War,
war,
where a great city
where a great
was
city
conquered by one
was conquered by
of the
one
most
of the most devious
devious plans in
plans in
history.
history,
But with the Trojans
but with the Trojans
having been
having been
defeated,
defeated.
the blind
The
poet would
blind poet would
now
now
turn his
turn
attention
his
to
attention
Odysseus
to Odysseus
with his second
with
epic,
his second
the
epic,
Odyssey,
the Odyssey,
documenting his
documenting
journey
his
home,
journey home,
having constructed
having
the
constructed
Trojan
the
horse.
Trojan horse.
Odysseus had ensured
Odysseus had ensured
victory against
victory against
odds and
all
proved
odds
his
and proved his
reputation
reputation
as the most cunning
as the most cunning
of the Greeks.
of the Greeks.
But throughout it
But
all,
throughout it all,
Odysseus
Odysseus
only
only
longed for one
longed for one
thing, to
thing,
finally return to
to finally return
his
to his
homeland of
homeland
Ithaca,
of Ithaca,
where he could be
where he could be
reunited with his
reunited
wife
with
Penelope
his wife Penelope
and his son
and his son
Telemachus.
Telemachus.
But while his
But
family
while his family
awaited his return,
waited his return,
Odysseus's
Odysseus'
journey
journey
home would
home
take
would
10
take 10
long years,
long years,
during which he
during which
and
he
his crew
and his crew
would have to
would
face
have
the
to face
most terrifying
the most terrifying
creatures known to man.
creatures known as to man.
A journey so epic,
The journey is so
its
epic,
tale would be told
its tale will be
for
told
thousands
for
of years.
thousands of years.
This is his story.
This is his story. This is his story. The life. This is his story.
Odysseus ruled over
Odysseus ruled
the
over
Greek
the
island
Greek
of
island
Ithaca,
of Italic,
but had spent
but has spent
10
10
long years
long years
fighting in Troy
fighting in
to
Troy
retrieve the
to retrieve
Spartan
the
queen
Spartan queen
Helen.
and
But with his
Helen.
mission now
But with his mission
complete,
now complete,
Odysseus looked to
Odysseus looked to
travel back to
travel
his
back to
homeland,
his homeland,
where his wife
where his wife Penelope
Penelope and his son
and his son
Telemachus
Telemachus
waited,
awaited,
gathering his fleet of
gathering his fleet
ships on the
of ships
Trojan
on the
shores.
Trojan shores.
Odysseus would
Odysseus would
set sail,
set sail,
relieved
to
to
be
finally
finally
returning home.
returning home.
With Troy in
With Troy in
ruins,
ruins,
they would first head
they would first have
north to look
they would first have north
for supplies,
for supplies,
landing on the shores
landing on the shores, landing on the
of Ismara,
Asmara,
home to the Ciconians,
home to Scone,
a Thracian
a Thracian
tribe who had fought
tribe
on
who
the
had fought
side
on
of
the
the
side of the
Trojans,
Trojan,
gathering the supplies
gathering
they
supplies
needed.
they needed.
Odysseus and his
Odysseus and
men
his
would
men
find themselves
would find themselves
under
under
attack from the
attack from Moscone,
Ciconians, but overwhelmed by
but overwhelmed
such a large
by such a large
tribe, they were
tribe.
forced to
They were forced to
retreat
retreat back to their ship,
with their journey
with their journey soon
resuming.
resuming.
Heading south, they would
Heading
sail
south, they would
the
sail
shores
around
of Greece
shores of
before
Greece
heading north
before heading north
towards
toward
Ithaca.
Ithaca.
But as they neared
But as they neared
a
home,
great storm
a great storm
erupted,
erupted,
blowing them off
blowing them off
course and
of
towards
course
the island
towards the
of the
island
lotus
of
eaters.
lotus eaters.
Lost and confused,
Lost and confused,
Odysseus and his
Odysseus
crew
and
would
his crew
leave their
would leave
ship,
their ships,
soon asking
soon
the
asking
island
the
inhabitants
island inhabitation
for help
for
and
help
directions.
and directions.
But rather than give
But rather
them
than give them
directions,
directions,
they would offer
they would offer
something instead,
something
the
instead.
fruit of
The
the
fruit
island's many
island's
lotus
many
trees.
lotus trees,
Unknown to Odysseus,
unknown to Odysseus.
the lotus
The
fruit
lotus
contained
fruit
a
contained
powerful
a
drug
powerful
that
drug
made those
that
who
made those who
consumed it fall
consumed
asleep,
to fall asleep,
forgetting their path and
forgetting their past
wanting to
and wanting. Oh, holy shit! Is advertising.
This season in cinemas. Maybe not, because this is a cookie bot ad.
stay on the island
Forgetting their past and wanting to sit on the island
forever.
forever.
As several of
On
his crew
several of his crew began to fall down
him,
around him.
Odysseus would
Odysseus would
realize the
realize
sinister
the
nature
sinister nature
of the fruit,
of the fruit,
quickly forbidding
quickly forbidding
its
its
consumption.
consumption. Rescuing his sleeping companions,
He would carry them
he would carry them
their
to
ship,
their ship,
making a quick escape
making quick escape
and heading
and
out
heading
to
out
sea.
to sea.
But having been blown
But have been but having been blown
off course,
off of course, Odysseus and his
fleet has been at
fleet
sea
has been
for
at
longer
sea
than
for longer than expected,
with them now
with them now running low supplies.
stopping at the first
Stopping at the
island
first island they came
They would
across,
soon
they
spot
would soon
a
spot
shepherd's
a
camp
shepherd's
in the
camp
distance,
in a distance
with Odysseus
with Odysseus
handpicking a
handpicking
small group of
a small
warriors
group
to
of
accompany
warriors
him,
to accompany him,
taking several cases of wine.
taking several cases
To
of wine
trade,
to
the
trade.
hungry crew
The hungry
who were
crew were
overjoyed
overjoyed
when they saw large
when they saw large supplies of cheese and
within a
meat
cave next
with a cave
to the
next to the
shepherd's flock.
she- shepherd
The
flock.
warriors would
The
help
warriors would help
themselves
themselves to
but
supplies,
soon the
but soon the
cave's
cave's
owner would return.
owner would return.
The giant Cyclops
The giant Cyclops,
Polyphemus, a
Polyphemus,
son of Poseidon,
a son of Poseidon,
who sealed the
who
entrance
sealed the
with the
entrance
giant
with
boulder,
giant border,
ignoring Odysseus'
ignoring Odysseus.
his cries that he was
Odysseus cries that
there
he
to
was
trade.
there to trade.
Polyphemus would
Polyphemus would
grab two
grab
of the
two
warriors,
of the warriors,
crushing them each in his fist.
crushing them each in his fists.
Before eating them
Before eating their remains,
he would then
he
leave
would then
the
leave the
cave,
cave,
returning each morning
and evening
to feast on what
to feast on
remained
what
of
remained
the terrified
the terrified
crew,
crew,
knowing the odds were
knowing the odds were
stacked against him
yet again.
Odysseus would
Odysseus would
devise a
devise a
cunning plan
cunning
to
plan
escape,
to escape,
realizing he couldn't overpower
overpower
Polyphemus.
Polyphemus.
He would offer the
He would offer
Cyclops the
Cyclops
wine
the
he
one he had brought with him
to help wash
to
down
help wash
the
down
taste
the
of his
taste of his
friends.
friends.
With the Cyclops
With the Cyclops
soon
soon
falling down drunk,
falling
he
down
would
drunk,
ask for
he would ask
Odysseus'
he would ask for Odysseus'
name in
name
order to
in
thank
order to
him
thank
for the
him
gift.
for the gift.
But instead of giving
His
true name, Odysseus would
Odysseus would
insist that he was called nobody.
that he was called nobody. That he was called nobody.
Thanking
Thanking nobody,
Polyphemus
Polyphemus
soon
would
fall asleep,
fall asleep,
where Odysseus
where Odysseus
would
would
begin to sharpen a wooden stake he had found in the
he had found in a cave.
Approaching the
Approaching sleeping giant,
he would plunge the
he would plunge the
stake deep
stake
into
deep
his
into his eye,
blinding the Cyclops,
blinding the sight,
but making sure
not
to kill him.
not to kill him.
As the boulder
As boulder
blocking
blocking
the cave's
the cave's entrance
would still have
to
be moved.
be moved.
Polyphemus would
Polyphemus would
scream out
scream
in
out
agony,
in agony,
a scream so loud
scream so
that
loud that
Cyclops
Cyclops
from across the
from across the
island
island would rush
the
to the
cave,
cave,
calling out to
calling on
Polyphemus.
Polyphemus.
They would ask,
They
"What's
would ask,
wrong?
"What's
Who's
wrong?
killing you?"
Who's killing you?"
But Polyphemus
Polyphemus
would shout
would
back,
shout back,
"Nobody is killing me.
"Nobody's killing me. Nobody's killing me. Nobody's killing me. Nobody's killing me.
Nobody."
Nobody."
It was just as
It was just
Odysseus
Odysseus
had
had
planned, with the
planned
Cyclops
with Cyclops
soon leaving
soon
in
living
confusion.
in confusion.
But while Polyphemus
But while Polyphemus
was now blind,
there was no way for
men
man
to move the giant
to move the giant
boulder
boulder blocking
entrance,
the
with
entrance,
Odysseus
with Odysseus
coming
coming
up with yet
up
another
with
plan.
yet another plan.
When Polyphemus went to
When Polyphemus went
move
to
the
move
boulder
the boulder next morning
to let his sheep out
to let his sheep
to
out
graze,
to
he
graze,
would feel
he
each
would feel
of the animals
each of the
as
animals
they passed
as they
to
passed
check it wasn't one of the humans.
to check it wasn't one of humans.
But Odysseus
But Odysseus
and his men
and his men
would each tie
would each tie
themselves to the
themselves to bottom the sheep.
What is an AI pen test? Well, this is the latest buzz in the security world. In 60 seconds,
allowing them to
Allowing them
pass
to pass by
undetected,
undetected,
reaching their
reaching their
ship. They would
ships.
manage to
They would
escape
manage to
the
escape
island.
the island.
With Polyphemus
With Polyphemus
hurling boulders
hurling boulders
in their
in
direction,
their direction,
allowing them to pass by
undetected,
reaching their
reaching their ships.
They would manage to
escape
the island.
the island.
With Polyphemus hurling boulders in their
in
direction
their
as they sailed away.
as they sailed away.
But Odysseus would
make
make
costly mistake,
overcome by his achievement.
overcome by his achievement.
He would reveal to the
Cyclops
that his name
was
not nobody,
was not nobody,
but instead
Odysseus,
the famous hero
of
the Trojan
War.
Unknown to Odysseus, this would allow Polyphemus to give the name of his
attacker.
attacker to his father Poseidon, the god of the sea, who in revenge
who is in
for his
sons.
blinding,
For his son's blinding,
would curse
Odysseus to lose and all his crew in his coming travels and wander the seas for 10 long years
before he could set foot
on his homeland.
Unaware of the
curse
Poseidon had
Poseidon had placed upon him, Odysseus and his
would
crew
land on
would land
floating
floating island area.
After dining with his
guests,
King Aeolus,
King Aeolus,
ruled the
island,
would offer
Odysseus a parting gift,
a leather bag containing the power
of the winds,
which if used with great
precision, could speed his journey
home.
home.
Setting sail
once more,
Odysseus would make
make use of the winds
with his homeland
of
Ithaca,
Ithaca,
soon inside. But as he neared the
but as he neared the island's
his
shores,
crew,
his crew,
believing the bag Aeolus
believing the bag
had
Aeolus
given him
had given them,
contained large sums of gold and silver,
and silver,
decided to take some for themselves.
decided to take some for themselves.
Opening the bag
Opening
while
the bag
Odysseus'
while Odysseus'
back was
back
turned,
was
all
turned,
the winds
all the
rushed
winds
out at
rushed
once,
out at once,
blowing their ships back into the ocean, with all aboard, holding on for their lives. They would arrive at the island of Aeola once again. But this time, their arrival would not be met.
But this time, their arrival would not
With
be
the
met
same
with the same
generosity
generosity
they had
they had received
before.
before.
For King Aeolus,
For King Aeolus,
knowing that
knowing that only a
curse from the
curse
gods
from gods,
could have brought
from gods could have brought
Odysseus back to his island, would refuse to
would refuse to
aid
aid
him
any further,
expelling him from the
expelling him
palace
from a
to avoid the wrath
palace
of the
the
gods.
words of gods.
Still unaware of
Still unaware of
Poseidon's curse,
Poseidon's curse,
Odysseus would set
Odysseus would set sail once more.
but just like
His
previous
previous
to
attempt
reach his
to reach his homeland,
this time would also hold
this time would also hold
misfortune.
Bring your agent into Monday.com. Your Claude, ChatGPT, and Copilot.
Arriving at the harbor of Lastrygonia, Odysseus would
arriving at the harbor of Latigristia.
send out
Odysseus would send out three scouts
to find food and
people of
the
town.
But the scouts would
the scouts
soon
would
realize they were not in
in
place of people
the people
being chased by giants back to their ships, bloodthirsty cannibal,
bloody thirsty cannibals,
the giant
Lastrygonian
would begin to devour the
scouts, with them soon turning their attention to Odysseus' ships
in the harbor,
pelting them with boulders. The Lastrygonians would destroy every ship by one,
Odysseus
with Odysseus barely
making
it out alive.
Tired and depleted, Odysseus's only
remaining ship
would soon arrive at the island
of
Aia, which was home to the beautiful witch Circe, daughter of the sun god Helios. Splitting his men into two groups, Odysseus would stay by his ship and set up camp, while the others searched the island for food. They would soon arrive at the house of Circe, where docile
were docile
wolves and
wolves
lions
and lambs
quivered at her
quivered at her
feet,
feet,
inviting the men to
inviting the men
dine with
to
her.
dine with
She would
her.
serve them
She would
a
serve
large
them a large
cup of
cup
barley,
of
cheese,
barley,
and
cheese,
wine, but
wine,
unknown to the men.
but unknown to the
There
men.
was one
There
secret
was secret ingredient
placed within.
placed within.
Having eaten the
Having eaten the meal,
the men would
the
begin
man would
to
begin
fall
to
asleep.
fall asleep.
But when they awoke,
But when they
they
awoke,
were no
they
longer
were no longer
human
in
form.
human form.
Instead, they took
Instead, they
the
took the body of
pigs.
the pigs.
But one man,
But
not
one man,
having an
not having
appetite
appetite
food,
for
he'd
food,
seen the events
had seen the events unfold,
quickly running to
quickly running to Odysseus
to tell him
to tell
of the
him
fate of his
all the fate of
crew.
his crew.
Hearing the news,
Hearing the news,
Odysseus
Odysseus immediately
set off to
set out to
rescue his
rescue
men.
his men.
But along the way,
But along the way,
he was stopped
he
by
was stopped
the
by
messenger god
messenger God
Hermes, who had come
Hermes,
to aid
who had come to aid
him,
him, giving Odysseus
Molly,
Molly, a magic herb.
Hermes would tell him
Hermes
to place it in
tell him to place it
Circe's
in
potion,
Circe's potions,
so as not to
so as not to
feel
feel
the effects of
the effects of
her
her
enchantments.
enchantments.
Taking the Molly,
Taking the Molly,
Odysseus would
approach Circe and begin to dine with her,
surprising the witch
surprising the
when he
witch
remained
when he
in
remained
human
in
form.
human form.
Drawing his sword, he
Drawing his sword,
stood up and
he stood up
to
and
kill
threatened to kill
Circe, but
Circe.
she
Nice.
transformed his
She transformed his
crew
crew
back into human.
back into
With
human
the sword at her
with the sword on her throat.
throat, Circe would
Circe would quickly agree
with the pigs at her
with the pigs
feet,
at her
transforming
feet, transforming back
into men.
into man.
So impressed by
Odysseus'
heroics,
heroic.
Circe would invite him to her bedchamber
to her bed
with the two
chamber with the
having a
two
son
having a son
together named Telegonus,
named Telegonus,
remaining on the
island for a whole year.
Odysseus decided it was time
to leave.
but as he began
to set sail,
Circe would advise him to visit the underworld, where the prophet
where the prophets
Tiresias would advise him on how to survive the many
trials underground.
trials that awaited him
at the sea.
Following Circe's
advice,
Odysseus would
travel
west,
the
edge of the
world,
where an entrance to the
underworld was located, completing
a ritual
sacrifice
at the entrance.
Odysseus
Would summon the
spirits of the dead,
where the blind
prohibit
Odysseus
would appear.
He warned that
Odysseus and his men would soon find themselves
on the island of
on the island
the sun
of the
god
sun god
is
Helios,
that they should refrain
and that they should refrain
from eating his cattle if they wanted to make it home alive. If, however, they harmed
they harm the cattle
in any way,
in any way,
then death would follow.
then death would follow.
Thanking the prophet, Odysseus would
leave
leave
in his ship,
determined that when
determined
the
that
time came,
when the time came,
no man would touch the son
no man would touch the
God's
son of
cattle.
God's cattle.
But soon after setting
setting sail,
Odysseus and
Odysseus and
his men
his
would
men
begin to hear
will begin to
a
hear
beautiful
a beautiful
melody,
melody,
for his ship
for
was
his ship
passing
was
the
passing
home of the sirens,
all the siren,
irresistible
irresistible
creatures
creatures
that
that entice
sinners to their death
sinners to their
with their
death
bewitching
with their branching
songs. However, this time
this time
Odysseus
Odysseus
come
had
prepared,
come prepared,
remembering the
advice
that Circe
that Circe
had given him. He would instruct
He
his
would instruct his
crew to plug their
crews to plug their
ears
ears
with beeswax,
with beeswax, beeswax.
so they could not be seduced
So they could not
by the sun.
be seduced by the sun's call.
But Odysseus, wanting
to be the
first man to hear the
first man to hear
and
the song and survival.
would not plug
his ears with wax.
instead asking his crew
to
bind him to the ship,
bend him to ship's mast.
And so, as the
ship passed
sirens
the
home,
sirens home,
and their songs grew
and then their sounds
louder and
grew louder and louder,
Odysseus would
Odysseus would begin to struggle,
drawn to the sound
with every fiber of his being.
He would plead with his men let him go,
to let him go,
but no one would answer him.
but no one would answer his call
As the wax
continued to block their ears,
eventually making
it through safety.
Odysseus would
be
set free,
having been the first
man
to survive the siren's call.
But unknown to him,
the
sirens
were fated to die
if a mortal ever
if a mortal ever really resisted
their enchanting
song.
with each of them taking
their own
their own
life,
his ship sailed into
as his ship sailed into
the
horizon.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
If you love art
as much as us and captivated by the beauty of some of the pieces you have already seen in this video, then you are going to love this sponsor. Okay.
With over 400 asked only about $1.
Faster word.
They acquire top works from the best investigative needing to divert content and seek no pride. Viewers action. As the next day dawned, Odysseus had a difficult decision to make. For Circe, using her magic, had warned him of the dangers that
lay
when
ahead
he came across
when he came
a
across
narrow
a narrow
path.
path.
On each side
On
lay
each side lay
incredible
incredible danger.
with the right hope
With the right home
Scylla,
to Scylla,
a giant six-headed sea monster.
a giant,
The left home to Cabderus,
left home to cover
a whirlpool
that
that
consumed
anything that
anything that came near.
Heeding
Circe's advice yet again, Odysseus would head towards Scylla, while the monster would take
six of his
men.
It was a price he was willing
It was price he was willing to
as
pay,
Cabderus would take
as Captor would take his entire ship.
And so, with a heavy heart,
he would direct his men towards the cliff
where Scylla
lay in wait.
As the ship passed, six heads would swoop down from above, each taking a
sailor who screamed as they were consumed
by the beast.
But
with a great storm
on the horizon,
they had no time to mourn their
companions,
with them soon stopping on
on their island,
Thrinacia. Thrinacia was home to the cattle of the sun god Helios. Cattle that Odysseus had been warned not to consume by the prophet Theseus in the underworld. But despite Odysseus instructing his men not to touch the cattle, it would not be easy for them to follow his orders, as the storm had kept them stranded on the island for nearly a month. With their food supplies all but gone, the crew on the brink of starvation would wait for Odysseus to fall asleep, killing all the cattle, and roasting the meat to enjoy amongst themselves. When Odysseus awoke the next morning, he would fall to his knees in despair, shaking his head in disbelief at the foolishness of his crew. However, although the crew had ignored his orders, the storm had now calmed, with them setting off to sea once again.